All right. Well, hi again on Flag Day, believe it or not. Welcome to the Rich and Laurie in South Florida podcast. I'm Rich by name only.
I must be Laurie, and we just almost fell off this table.
We'll save that for the blooper reel. And I mentioned Flag Day. You know, I didn't know that Flag Day was when the American flag was adopted in 1777. And as of 1960, and I really didn't even know this, it was 1960, I vaguely remember that there have been 50 stars on the flag and 13 stripes. The 50 stars are obviously for the 50 United States, and the 13 stripes were for the 13 original colonies. Red and white stripes, by the way. Did you know that?
Yes.
You did?
I knew red and white stripes.
Oh, well, why didn't you do this portion instead of me? All right. Well, this is unusual because based on your comments from our episode 6, and this is episode 7, we're doing another podcast and YouTube presentation on just one location, and this location is called
Matlacha. We're in the Matlacha tiny house community here of Airbnbs, and they've given us permission to film in their beautiful picnic area.
And that's Matlacha, Florida. Now, I generally say, what did I say?
Matlacha.
Matlacha. And if you look at it on the map, that's the way it looks, but it's really called Matlacha. This little place is a community that looks like you're on a Caribbean cruise without the ship. You'll see in some of the pictures, you're going to see that this place is just so colorful, and it's a destination all in its own, and we certainly thought it warranted its own presentation. So here we are.
Some beautiful shops.
Really, how do you get here? Well, from where we are at Cascades in River Hall, take 31 to 78, turn left and go all the way to Matlacha. That rhymes. All the way to Matlacha. It's a very relaxing and easy drive. There's a lot of places along the way. We stopped at Horse and Around Deli, which is a place we highly recommend for breakfast. There's a couple of young ladies that own it. They work really hard. The food is excellent. So they have a breakfast and a lunch, and I think they're closed for dinner, right?
Right. They're open till 2 o'clock Monday through Friday, and their French toast is really good, and also their sausage patties are great.
Yeah, it really is. I love their omelets. On this ride, you're going to pass places like Lowe's and BJ's and Walmart. We saw a Target. We even saw an AMC movie theater in case we ever want to venture out and see a movie. It's kind of beautiful.
Definitely.
Along the way, I don't know, how long did it take us to get here? Maybe
half hour, 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Everything seems to be a half an hour away. We passed a place called Pinewood Trails. It's a great place if you want to go hiking. And by the way, this is a great day trip, a half a day trip or a day trip. You can certainly make a full day out of it. We passed the Pinewood Trails. There's hiking. They're all paved trails. It's beautiful.
And it was all the way at the end of this road, at the end in Pinewood.
Yeah, so you
or
kind of
Pineland, I believe it's called.
You almost go through Matlacha, don't you?
Correct. You go all the way through Matlacha, and you'll see a sign that says Pineland Park.
Right. There's another small park that we saw, Matlacha Community Park. They had ample parking for cars. There was basically nobody there. There was a boat launch where you can put boats in the water, and if you want to stay there for the entertainment value, you can watch them launch boats, which we love to do. There's fishing in that park. You can fish. Bring your bait, rod and reel. There's a playground for the kids. There's bathrooms. It's a beautiful park. There's so many walking areas and hiking areas here.
Yeah, that's a great place to have a picnic. There's tables there all set up for you, and it's free.
Yeah, and this place is just filled with little touristy places. There's all kinds of art shops. As Laurie mentioned at the beginning here, we're actually filming this from a tiny house community. And if you look behind us, there's 3 tiny houses here that you can rent. And if you haven't heard about that tiny house phenomenon, it's incredible. You ought to take a look at them online, how people live in these small buildings, these small units, but they certainly do a lot to the inside to make them livable. We found some beautiful Indian jewelry places.
Yes, definitely. It was very creative, and it was from Arizona, I believe. A lot of it is from Arizona. Navajo.
Yeah. They named the Indian tribes. There's some beautiful clothing stores, and your favorite place is what?
Leoma Long Grove. And what is really interesting as you're driving through is you see these storefronts, and a lot of these stores seem to have their own private gardens in the back where you can go and buy some things that are outdoor or just walk around. The Leoma shop has a garden out back, and then the place right next to her shop, Wildwood or something like that, they have a beautiful garden too, and we wish we could explore all of them, but there are, so don't let the fronts fool you. Go all the way in and then see if there's a place in the back. In fact, one of the places was doing a photography workshop.
A photography workshop and an art workshop. So again, as Laurie mentioned, don't be fooled by just the front of these places. If you visit here and you walk in these shops, make sure you walk through them, because there's more in the back than there is in the contents of the building. The yards are just breathtakingly beautiful.
Right, this reminds me a lot of the Bonaire, Aruba kind of stop, and even Curacao, with all the different colored buildings that are all up and down the street, and it's easy walking. Just look for the crosswalks. Don't step in front of this traffic.
Yeah, and you're looking at us in the background in these tiny houses, but we're looking at the camera, and over the camera there's some more beautifully colored buildings. We're actually on a little harbor. See some boats in the water. It's really beautiful here. It's a great place to come if you've never been here before. I should take a minute. I want to mention our sponsor, Halo Genealogy Services. I'm going to do this now before the end. Halo Genealogy Services, if you want to have your ancestry checked, they are incredible at doing this for you. You can call Tamara Halo. Her number is listed here. Give them a call. They're doing my ancestry right now, and they're finding things out about my family that I just never even knew. And they also have these classes online that
right.
are awesome.
You can do it yourself too.
Yeah, you don't have to have them do it for you. Okay, enough for the sponsor.
Where did we have lunch? We had lunch at this awesome fish place.
Yeah, a place called Hooked Island Grill. Now again, these people are not paying us for this. These are places we just stopped, and they're highly recommendable. So it was Hooked Island Grill. It was the best ahi tuna salad I have ever had. Now that says a lot. And when I complimented the waitress, she said it's even better than Lobster Girl.
Lobster Lady or something?
Lobster Lady, Lobster Girl. We haven't been there yet. We don't know who that is, but apparently they have good ahi tuna. This was probably the best I ever had. And then since it was your birthday yesterday when we were here the first time, we stopped at the ice cream shop.
That's right. It's Hershey's ice cream, and it was really good. It almost gives the Love Boat ice cream a run for their money, but maybe not quite.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They've got a dark chocolate caramel ice cream that I've never seen or had before, and it was delicious, and I think that does give Rooster's ice cream a run for the money. It really was good.
There was some really nice, well, the sandal shop was really cool, and the lady opened early for us.
Yeah, that was really nice. She saw us by the door, and she was pulling in the parking lot, and she rolled down her window and said, "Hey, wait a minute, we're going to open in a minute."
Yeah, she had a great selection.
Yeah, it's amazing. This place is really a sleeper. I had no idea this was here, and based on your research, the research maven that you are, you found this. But we highly recommend it for our friends back in Cascades. Just jump on 80 and you can't miss it. You end up driving right into it.
There's some nice clothing stores. You can go either, I think there's a couple that have more of the touristy kind of things with the logo shirts, and then there were some that have more upscale stores. So there's something for everybody here, and we don't even know, we haven't even been to all the restaurants. We're going to go have lunch or late breakfast after this one, but there are probably easily 10 restaurants in this short span here, so I think you should come back and try a new restaurant every time.
Yeah, one of them was called the Blue Dog Bar and Grill. I had to stop and take a picture of this, as you'll see. You can eat outside under an awning. It's beautiful, and you're literally right on the harbor. You're right next to a little, like a lagoon. It's not a harbor, I'm sorry, you can't put boats in there. But it's like a lagoon.
Canal,
and eating
a canal.
A canal, that's better yet. But we're on the end of it, so you'll see. There's no bugs here.
Mm-mm.
There are absolutely no bugs, no mosquitoes, no no-see-ums as they're called. We just, it's just free. All right, well, I've got my, just a minute, a little windy.
There's a really cool swing that we stopped and took a little break on, and there's some really neat pottery stores. If you're looking for pottery or lawn ornaments, some of the watercolors and some of the acrylic paints in those stores were just incredible.
Yeah, again, we're going to be doing a lot of these things, so hit the subscribe button here if you want to be notified of when the next episode is up. And also, as we mentioned in our last episode, which was episode 6, we're trying something new by doing these presentations on one location only instead of accumulating them and doing them all at the same time. We're going to try and do them one at a time so they're more informational for you and you don't have to watch a whole string of them to find the good stuff. So we'll title this as Matlacha, and that'll be episode 7.
Yeah, I think we covered it.
All right, so what else we got? Anything?
Nope, I
Okay.
think that's about it. The wind's picking up again. Hopefully our camera doesn't blow over like the last time.
Yeah, like in the last episode in 6, that was kind of funny. Stay tuned for the blooper reels. There's going to be some because we did have some bloopers here today. So with that, what do you think? Should we put a cork in it?
That's right, it's a wrap.
All right, it's a wrap. See you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for watching and/or listening to Rich and Laurie in South Florida. We hope you have enjoyed the program and that you will come back for the next episode to learn more about where to go and what to do when your travels bring you to tropical South Florida. If you would like to sponsor this program and get special attention on your place of business, you can contact Rich and Laurie in South Florida at 630-642-6500. That's 630-642-6500.
All right,
All right, where do you want to go?
I think breakfast.
No, but why? What was wrong with that other spot?
I thought I was doing the filming and you were doing the technical stuff. That's filming. All right. Just a minute. Just a minute. It's windy as hell out here. All right, just a minute. These glasses, or should it be the other glasses? Let's try.
I don't know. Let's try
glasses.
this. Oh, that's loud.
Jesus. All right, what else? I'm driving. Just be a passenger, all right? All right, are there...
Careful getting up.
Yeah, we almost fell off this bed. Well,
Yikes.
she was here. Hey, this might be a good place to do a shout out for a service provider in the area. As you know, we just moved in about 3 weeks ago and we wanted to get our air conditioner checked and serviced if necessary. And we found a place called Florida Heat and Air, and we called them, made an appointment, and a guy named Chase came out. I think he's part of the family ownership, but anyway, he did just an unbelievable job of explaining what he did, what was needed, which was basically nothing. It's only 5 years old. But we have a thermostat issue, and this guy actually came back and not only replaced the thermostat for us, but gave it to us. And I thought that was just over-the-top customer service, and we're so happy with this guy. So if you need any air conditioning work done or service or repairs, I'd strongly suggest you call Chase at Florida Heat and Air. He was just super, and we want to send a shout out and thanks.